Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the Gamer Pro and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 10th specialist and what's coming on Tuesday, June 14th, which is actually 4 days away. Now, to start off with the 10th specialist, we haven't heard much information about it. It's been down on the low for about a month and a half. Nobody's really talked about it, reviewed it, or anything. And it's pretty much been forgotten about by the community for the month and a half that it hasn't really been talked about. Now, this coming Tuesday, as I said, in 4 days, you are going to be able to play as Blackjack. There's going to be new weapons added to the supply drops. It hasn't been announced yet what weapons that will be, but obviously there's going to be at least 1 or 2 new, ranged weapons, and then there's going to be the rest melee weapons, like for example a chainsaw or like a throwable orange. I don't know what they're going to add, but also they're adding new contract. There's going to be a special contract. I think it's against 75 wins. There's going to be a daily contract, which is going to be get like 10 headshots, and your reward for that is going to be 10 crypto keys. And then there's going to be a weekly contract where there's going to be 2 challenges that you have to do, and once you complete those challenges, you get a what's it called, like this token that you get to able to unlock Blackjack. If my explanation was shit, which I know it was, an image is going to be on the top right for you guys to see how you get Blackjack. So now we're going to talk about what the 10th specialist or Blackjack is going to do. Now, about a month and a half, 2 months, maybe even 3 months ago, it has been revealed to us, it's been pretty much leaked about what this specialist does, and it's pretty much, it explained it from 3 months ago. It takes your own ability or specialist weapon. So for example, you shoot an enemy that has the gravity spikes, right? And you have the 10th specialist for Blackjack. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, once you unlock this 10th specialist or Blackjack, you only have it for 60 minutes. You only have it for 1 hour, which I think the time on that is a bit on the short side. Like, they couldn't at least made it for a day, since it is a weekly contract and you only get to use it for 60 minutes. Is kind of unfair for people, especially when you really want to showcase it and you want to see what it does. It really, I think they should at least maybe make it to like 2 or 3 hours, but 1 hour, I mean, that's like 2 or 3 games of domination. But anyway, let's get back to what we were saying. If an enemy has gravity spikes, right, and you have the 10th specialist, if you shoot that enemy while he has the gravity spikes, like it's fully charged. I don't know if he has to have it used, but I know if it's fully charged and if you shoot him, then you get the gravity spikes. And I believe if you don't like that specialist, there's a button you can press on your controller, maybe like right on the D-pad, to switch it from, for example, from the gravity spikes to the Ripper. Which, I mean, can definitely be useful if a guy, for example, is coming at you with gravity spikes and you want to take his specialist weapon. I mean, obviously you won't know what he's using, but if you randomly shoot a guy and you get his specialist weapon, you get to use it and get free kills. I mean, it's not the best specialist weapon to use, but the ability for this specialist character is just, I think, a bit too overpowered. And I think I'm going to give you guys one example of how they can fix this, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second. So the specialist ability for Blackjack is going to be called Gambler. It's a picture of a card icon, just like you saw in Gauntlet in DLC 1 for Black Ops 3. The name was scratched off and there was like a little Joker card. That's what's on Gambler. And what it does, I think this is just insane, is once the meter fills up, you get a random specialist ability. It can be Psychosis, it can be Vision Pulse, it can be anything. And up on top of that, if you don't want that specialist ability, you can change it to whatever you want. So you can pretty much get all of the specialist abilities in one game, especially when you can just switch them around. And if you don't like Psychosis, you can go for Vision Pulse. Obviously you can choose, but I don't know how many times you can re-roll this specialist. Maybe it's like once or twice, but obviously there's a limit of how many times you can do that, so it won't be too overpowered. So you can choose like this one and this one, and like assuming that it definitely accumulates your points faster than usual. So for example, if Vision Pulse takes a minute and a half to get again to like re-roll, this one maybe would be like a minute. I don't know the exact statistics to it, but it will come out soon enough. But anyways, guys, I am really excited for this 10th specialist and the contracts that are coming out. Also, the new weapons. I really want to see if I can get another one of those new weapons that are going to come out, especially the long-ranged ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you're new, thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out.